Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a story that will make you question everything you think you know about love, ambition, and the true meaning of wealth. This is the story of Amanda and Desmond. Amanda and Desmond lived a life that was simple, almost invisible. He was the gate man at a large estate, his uniform crisp but worn. She sold second-hand clothes at the local market, her hands nimble and her smile weary. Their love was a quiet thing, a silent understanding shared in small moments. Every morning, without fail, Desmond would lean down and plant a soft kiss on her forehead before heading to his post. Amanda would smile, a practiced, gentle curve of her lips, but behind that smile, her heart was a battlefield. She loved Desmond, she truly did, but she longed for more. She dreamed of a life free from the constant struggle, free from the pitying glances and the hushed whispers of their neighbors. In the small, crowded compound they called home, privacy was a luxury they couldn't afford. The neighbors, particularly a woman named Ify, watched Amanda with sharp, judgmental eyes. "Gate man's wife," they'd call her, the words dripping with mockery. Each syllable was a tiny dart that pricked her pride. The shame burned in her chest, a constant nagging heat. She started to look at her life, at her choices, with a critical eye. Was this all there was? Desmond, ever patient and kind, would hold her hands, his palms rough from work, and say, "My love, our love feeds the soul. That is what matters." But Amanda's mind was already starting to wander, drifting far away from his gentle touch and the four humble walls of their home. Her soul was hungry, but not for the kind of nourishment Desmond offered. The turning point came one sweltering Saturday afternoon. They were invited to a wedding, a rare occasion for them to dress up and escape their routine. The celebration was loud and joyful, but for Amanda, it felt like a stage set for her humiliation. A sleek, shiny car pulled up, and out stepped a man from her past and old lover, now dripping in wealth and confidence. He was handsome, his suit impeccably tailored, and he moved with an air of effortless pride. The women around them began to whisper, their eyes darting between the rich man and Amanda. The gate man's wife, Amanda's heart twisted into a tight, painful knot. That night, she sat in complete silence as Desmond recounted the day's events with a happy smile. He was oblivious, completely unaware that her pride was withering, dying a slow and agonizing death right beside him. The dam of her frustration finally broke one evening. The silence in their small room felt suffocating until Amanda shattered it with a cry. "I'm tired, Desmond. I'm tired of suffering." Tears streamed down her face, a torrent of all the shame and longing she had bottled up. Desmond stood frozen, his usual calm demeanor replaced by a look of profound hurt. "So my love, our life, it means nothing to you?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. The question hung in the air, heavy and unanswered. Silence rushed back in to fill the room, but it was different now. It was a cold, sharp silence. That night, something between them broke. It wasn't a loud crash, but a quiet, clean snap, sharp enough to cut them both deep. Amanda's discontent did not go unnoticed. Her so-called friends who had long pitied her saw their chance. "You are far too beautiful for a simple gate man," they'd whisper, planting seeds of doubt and temptation. They arranged a meeting introducing her to a wealthy businessman who promised her the world, success, luxury, a life she'd only dreamed of. Amanda hesitated, a flicker of loyalty to Desmond holding her back. But the pull of a different life was too strong. She went. The moment she stepped into the businessman's world, she was intoxicated. The scent of expensive perfume, the easy laughter, the undivided attention, it was all so seductive. For a moment, just a moment that would end up changing everything, she completely forgot the kindness in her husband's eyes. It didn't take long for the rumors to start. Ify, the resident gossip, saw her opportunity and seized it with glee. "Amanda is seeing another man," she announced to anyone who would listen. The compound buzzed with the salacious news. The whispers followed Desmond like a shadow. One evening, as he meticulously cleaned his gate man uniform for the next day, his hands trembled. He couldn't stop them. The world he had carefully built on a foundation of love and trust began to quake beneath his feet. He felt betrayed, broken, and utterly alone. Yet he said nothing to Amanda. He simply carried his pain in silence, his gaze often fixed on a distant point, as if searching for an answer he couldn't find. Then came the morning that changed everything. A convoy of sleek, black cars rolled silently into the compound, stopping right in front of their humble apartment. Everyone froze, peering out of their windows. Men in sharp, expensive suits stepped out and approached Desmond, who was just preparing to leave for his post. They bowed their heads respectfully. "Sir," one of them said, his voice clear and formal, "your position awaits. The board is ready for you." A collective gasp rippled through the compound. Desmond was not a gate man. He was the new company director, sent undercover by his late father S-Board to test the loyalty and character of the people around him before he took over the entire corporation. The truth had finally come home. Amanda watched, her knees giving way as the world tilted on its axis. The weight of it all came crashing down on Amanda. She stumbled forward and fell at Desmond's feet, her body shaking with sobs. "I'm so sorry," she cried, the words torn from her throat. "I made so many mistakes. I just wanted a better life for us." Desmond looked down at her, his expression unreadable for a moment. Then, slowly, the hardness in his eyes softened into a familiar gentleness. "I only ever wanted your love, Amanda," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "Not your perfection." The neighbors watched the scene unfold in stunned silence. Effie, a gossip, hid her face in shame. The story that had begun with mockery and humiliation was now transforming into a powerful lesson in forgiveness and grace. Desmond bent down and took her hands, pulling her gently to her feet. He looked into her tear-filled eyes. "Let's start again," he said softly. Amanda nodded, fresh tears of relief and gratitude falling freely. Their journey to rebuild was not easy. It was slow and paved with painful honesty as they learned to love each other again, not in spite of their pain, but through it. The compound fell quiet. The gossip and whispers were replaced by a newfound respect. They had all learned a valuable lesson, that sometimes the greatest treasures and the truest love are hidden behind a mask of humility. And so, their story serves as a powerful reminder to us all. Never judge your partner, or anyone for that matter, by what they have today. Possessions come and go, wealth fades, but character, true, honest character is what remains. Amanda learned this lesson almost too late, but love and its infinite wisdom gave her a second chance. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you were in her shoes, would you have made the same mistakes? And if you were Desmond, would you have found it in your heart to forgive? Thank you so much for joining us for this incredible story. If it touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care.